Hey everyone, this is the manager of Indian Wrestling Revolution. Also, I'm the owner of this roster. So, in this video, I'll give you a brief introduction about my roster members, characters, wrestlers, managers, and some backstory about the gimmick and all. So, this is me, the owner, the manager, the booker, everything, the great. And my name's the manager. Next we have Maharaja. Maharaja means king. Yep, I've stole this gimmick from Jinder Mahal, but like there has to be a character like this when it comes to India. Like India has such great culture when it comes to kings and all. So his gimmick is that he's a modern era king and he's part of a faction. Basically, he's a leader of the faction called Royal Rebellion, and that faction consists of Zoro and Maya. Zoro and Maya are the gunmen of Maharaja. Like they do all the stuff Maharaja wants to do. Next up we have Shera. Shera is the man from the jungle. His spirit animal is a tiger and he fights like a tiger. His finisher is Wagnak. Is an Indian weapon. Wagnak means tiger's claw. Up next we have Kabir. Kabir is just an idiot. His love interest is Muskan. They both are heels, and Kabir and Muskan are just Indian names. There's no backstory about that name or anything. Although it does have a meaning, but it's not related in any way. Next up, we have Chandra. Chandra means moon, but it is also not related to his character. We have already met Zoro. Next up, we have Sandeep Sandstorm. He belongs to the deserts of Rajasthan. That's why he has the sandstorm in his name. He identifies himself by it. Next up, we have Lee. Lee is an Indo-Japanese wrestler. Next up, we have General. I'm confused about his backstory, but basically, he's involved with army. Like, there are two possibilities. Either he's an retired army professional, or he's an army enthusiast. Next up, we have the Tech Titan. Tech Titan is my favorite. He is an engineer. That's why. Next up, we have Monk. I don't think I have to explain his gimmick. You can figure it out. He's a monk. Next up, we have Lil J. Lil J is an rapper. He's a rapper, and basically wants to get famous through pro wrestling. Although there aren't much pro wrestling fans in India. Next up, we have Kesari. Kesari has been in the wrestling scene since years, and he's won many competitions and medals and trophies and all, and he's well recognized in the wrestling domain. Next up, we have Gurpreet Singh. Yep, he's a Punjabi. This game doesn't have a turban, so that's what I did. Next up, we have Bavander. Bavander is our big guy. Bavander means whirlwind. And next up, we have Robert. Robert's an Englishman. Basically, he's in this roster just to spice things a little up between the roster members. The pre-independence times. Next up, we have a team of brothers, Umang Beni and Karan Beni. They are their real names, and they are part of a faction called B Company. Like B for Beni, so B Company. That faction also includes their sister Ritika Beni, that's also her real name, and this faction is managed by their father, Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny is a retired wrestler, and all his three children are in the wrestling scene. Next up, we have another tag team, AK and Sahil. The team's name is Bhaichara. Bhaichara means brotherhood. And next up, we have Lucky and Special. Now, you might be wondering why Special, but in India, most of the people add I in front of anything that starts with S or which on pronunciation sounds like S, like special, station, and etc. Their team is called Bollywood Boys. They want to go to Bollywood, and here they are only to get famous and show their acting skills and all, just like people go to WWE to get into Hollywood. Next up, we have a team of three people, a trio. Their team's called Gully Gang. Gully means streets of India. Their backstory is pretty filled with struggle, uh, and they couldn't pay the bills, so that's why they're here. Next up, we have the women's division. Let me tell who is a part of the Gully Gang. It's Sid, Buddy, and Jaguar. That's their nicknames. So obviously, in the streets of India, people usually go by the nicknames. Next up, we have the women's division. Women's division is starts with Maya. Maya is a part of the Royal Rebellion. We have already met her. Next up is Shakti. Shakti means strength. She's very strong. That's why her name's Shakti. Next up, we have Samantha and Nova. Right now, I don't have any backstory for them. Next up, we have Fearless Farah. She's got the title of Fearless by working for different promotions and being exceptional over there, showcasing her talent. And she has been an MMA fighter, a UFC professional, won too many fights, and now she's here, India. Next up, we have Ritika Beni, part of the B Company. And then Muskan, we have already met her. Then we have this guy. He's my favorite. I have so many things planned for him. He's basically a manager, but a good one. He's the Paul Heyman of this roster. Then we have 3 referees and 2 announcers. So all these championships, you just ignore them because this game doesn't have the feature to vacate titles. So that's why I couldn't vacate them and gave it to random people. I'm planning to crown new champions as soon as we reach the first premium live event. So that's it. I'm planning to upload every character's attributes, signature move, finisher move, in the form of YouTube shorts one by one. So stay tuned for that. And after all of that is done, I'm working on the storylines and all, and we'll start very soon. So like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.